Hello folks, it's Gordon here, hope all is well with you. And this video I've called Nearly Tina Turner's Drummer, because Tina Turner passed away yesterday and people are sharing their stories and thoughts about her. We all know a Tina Turner song, whether we think we do or not. And I've called this video Nearly Tina Turner's Drummer because I was nearly Tina Turner's drummer. I've got a story. And it goes something like this. I was working at EMI Records. And, well, let's go to, it was one of Tina Turner's quotes, which is a lovely quote of hers. I've shared it as one of my quote images. And she said, "I believe that if you'll just stand up and go, life will open up for you." I believe that if you'll just stand up and go, life will open for you. Tina Turner, fantastic quote that is. And yeah, I was working at EMI Records, which, by the way, I'd got that job using that mantra that is explained in Tina Turner's quote, using my 8-step goal achievement formula, having a great time working at EMI Records. And every year they used to have a sales conference where they would go away to a sort of country hotel. I think it was the whole company went. A bit of a jolly, everyone would get together, they'd have presentations, artists would come in and do performances, gala dinners, all the rest of it. A lot of money in the music industry, so this wasn't done on the cheap, and we'd go and stay out there. And one year, Tina Turner was there, and as she was coming around being introduced to everyone, and the managing director was bringing her around, and at the time I was stood next to my line manager, and Tina Turner said hello, and at the time I was having sort of rushes of blood to the head about possibilities and ambition. And I often speak a lot about 3 core beliefs of mine: beliefs in opportunity, beliefs in abilities to take them, and belief in getting on and doing something about it. And as I say, the fact that I'd got that job at EMI Records in the first place was the result of those 3 core beliefs. And I was in a sort of a mood of full of those beliefs at the time. So Tina Turner said hello, and I asked her if I could be her drummer. Now, when you're working in the music industry, and this is true at EMI Records, I was told quite specifically in my interview that what you don't do when you're working in the music industry, this sounds like common sense, but anyway, I was told it quite specifically, that what you don't do is you don't fanboy or fangirl an artist or an act. Because clearly someone who starts in the music industry might be a huge fan of someone, and if that artist is signed for the record label or the company you're working for, there's a possibility that you could start acting like a fan. So they say, you're not a fan, you are an employee of the company. It's a work environment, it's a professional environment. Now, it sounds common sense, and it's not something I had a problem with. I was there in a professional capacity whenever I worked at EMI. So you certainly wouldn't ask one of the artists if you could be their drummer. You might do it. You might do it jokingly, or you might do it if you had a relationship with the artist. But if you meet them for the first time, no. So I asked if I could be her drummer, and my manager went like this, and the managing director went like this, and Tina Turner said, bless her, she said, "No thanks, sweetie, I've already got one." And smiled at me, and I smiled back and we laughed. And then she was sort of steered away. And as she went, the managing director gave me the look. And to be honest, I thought I was going to get sacked, because the thing is about the music industry is that it's not a union-based industry. Let's put it like that. Obviously, they've got employment law counts, and they've got employment policy and all the rest of it. But people in the industry would get let go on a regular basis for any number of reasons. Now, when that happened, they would get paid off a lot. They'd get a lot of money because that would, by and large, stop litigation, and people would tend to go to another company. So there's sort of musical chairs in the music industry, a lot of money, and a lot of movement from company to company. So people would get let go fairly regularly. And I wouldn't have been surprised if I had been sacked for that. But I wasn't. So all was good, and I still smile when I think about her. And actually, me doing that did lead to an audition with a band, but that's another story. I might do another video on that one. And I'll also do, I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'll do that in another video. So yeah, the time I was nearly Tina Turner's drummer. And when I say I was nearly Tina Turner's drummer, nearly is a bit of a stretch, let's be fair. Because, well, she might have said yes, who knows? She might have said yes. For all I know, she could have said, I'm looking for a drummer, pop along this afternoon, or something like that. She didn't, as it happens, but I didn't know that, and you never know. It's the whole point. That's why I talk about this lovely quote of hers relating to my story. And Tina said, I believe if you'll just stand up and go, life will open up for you. So yeah, that's my Tina Turner story. Time I asked her if I could be a drummer, and it didn't work out as I expected, but it didn't work out as badly as it could have done. Let's put it like that. Let me know what you think. What is your favourite Tina Turner song? Because we've all got one. Laura's saying, oh, I love it. It was, it did make me smile. Yeah, and my line manager did, let's be fair, he did have a little word with me afterwards. Laura saying, I love her wildness. Yeah, because she had this power to her on stage. Right back from the word go in the 60s, a real raw power. That's how people would describe Tina Turner. And it came across in the way she performed on stage. She put force into her performances, and this was true when in her solo career later. Okay, slipped into waffle mode. I'm going to sign off. Your favourite Tina Turner song? I want to know what it was. Wishing you as ever health and happiness, and I'll speak to you again soon.